When business gets tough, it sometimes feels like there's nothing to do but quit. But if you've been thinking about quitting for a while, or you just feel alone and uncertain about how the things are right now and how to fix them, or you're not sure how to fix them, I know it can get very overwhelming. So before you decide to quit, watch this video. What's up? This is Meliss and welcome back to the channel. I'm here with the info you need to get the results you want, because today I'm about to talk through what you need to consider before quitting your online business. Running an online business can be challenging. And when things get overwhelming, or you may not know how to overcome setbacks, or you may be looking for a way out, where you see quitting as just this best solution for you right now. So whatever the reason is for quitting your online business, whatever the reason is that it's on your mind right now, there are a few check-ins that we need to do just to see if it's truly the best move for you. But first, if you're new here, I'm Meliss. I'm an online marketing strategist and business growth expert to coaches and healers. My whole channel is about marketing, online business, mindset, and manifestation. Hit that subscribe button and join the family so you can grow a profitable online business. Now, let's get into it. All right, so now let's talk about why you may be feeling this way. Is it because you have a lack of support? Or maybe it's what others are saying and thinking to you, like your family and your friends. Maybe they're like, this isn't really for you, or you've been trying this out for so long, it's time to move on, things like that. Or maybe it's because you've been struggling for a while and it just doesn't get better. So you're like, should I quit? I'm not sure. Maybe you are tired of just everything that you have to do. Like you just want everything to go in a different direction. You just are over it, Or maybe you had unrealistic expectations and the situation hasn't really improved. So you're feeling like, I just don't know if this is really for me. All right, so let's talk about when it's time to leave, and we'll go over what to do when it's time to stay in just a bit. But if business is making you a bad version of yourself, if that statement is true, business is making me a bad version of myself, then it's time to head out. Also, if you have constant stress that never lets up, that's also a good sign. Or maybe you just don't recognize yourself anymore. You've become a different version of yourself, or you've stopped doing all the things that you love to do. If the thrill of growing your business has left you, once was very exciting, but it just isn't anymore, that's a good sign. And also tap into that though. Is this temporary lack of excitement because you're just stressed out with a lot of things going on? Or are you just done speaking about the same topics over and over again and you're done doing all the businessy stuff? Or if the stress is hurting your day-to-day life, like you can't do other things, or you don't have a personal life or anything like that, these are all good signs. And also, if your body aches, I like to feel into my body. So when you think of your business, if your body aches, that's a good sign. Or if now you kind of lack the passion to learn more about what's to come, or things that are changing the industry, if you're not invested and devoted to that process, it might be time to consider jumping ship and doing something else. So I want to just help you make a decision. So let's just talk through all angles of this, okay? So what to look out for before making this decision. If your sales have been consistently decreasing for an extended period of time, it may be time to reevaluate your business model, or maybe consider closing it down or pivoting in some way. If your operating costs are consistently higher than your revenue, so you're spending way more than you're bringing in, it might be time to shut down. Maybe you have very few customers that are repeat customers, or maybe you don't have any repeat customers. And this is actually a sign that your services maybe aren't meeting their needs, or maybe your offer for additional services isn't very strong. So you want to work on the offer there. Maybe it's your website traffic. If that's consistently decreasing, or you can't seem to grow your follower count, it may be a sign that your online business is just not attracting the right clients or enough clients. And like we mentioned before, how you might be feeling, if you're kind of feeling like you've lost interest in your business, it may be a sign that it's time to move on, and that's okay. Another one is about your competitors. If there is fierce competition out there in the market and you're unable to stand out, it may be difficult to continue operating your business in that way, because just the big guys are going to come in and crush you. Or if your services are no longer relevant or useful, like you were just hopping on a hot trend at the time, so no one really needs them now. Like if you were to sell cassette players, that wouldn't really be a very viable thing right now. Maybe you're facing some legal issues. I hope not, but that could really harm your business and your business's reputation and create more opportunity for significant financial loss. So that might be a good reason to close your business. And also personal reasons, you'll have personal circumstances, things that go on in your life, health issues, commitments to your family, things that can prevent you from running your business successfully. So it might just be time to shut it down. If your online business is not profitable, despite all of your best efforts to increase your revenue, to reduce your costs, to really figure out why it isn't moving forward, then it might be time to shut it down or to hire someone in to help you get through that. In fact, for most of these that I've mentioned, hiring someone to help fix the problem may actually solve the problem. So if you're able to invest in getting help to save the business, that might be the next step for you. So let me know below some of the reasons why you're thinking about quitting, and let's hop in the comments and support our community. So comment and respond to other people's comments. Feel free to scroll through and let's just lift everybody up in the community. So let's talk about what to think about while you're deciding. This is what we want to check in on if you wanted to stay in the game. You aren't going to go the direction of closing your business and you want to keep going. So this is what I'd recommend you just think about and see, if we can move in the right direction. First, we want to assess your financial situation. This means your cash flow, your revenue, your expenses, all of that. And you want to determine if you can afford to continue operating your business or if closing is the best option for you. You also want to consult with a business coach or a financial advisor or an accountant or a lawyer just to determine what that best course of action is for your business. Researching your market for your competitors and to determine if there's potential growth in the market or a need in the market or if the market is saturated is really, really helpful. You could reach out to your most loyal clients just to understand what their needs are, to get feedback, to help you improve your business because they're basically telling you exactly what they need. And then if you create that, you're providing for them exactly what they need. And you do this with market research. And if you're a good listener, this is a really important step. So if you need help with market research, I have a very affordable kit. I'll drop that down below. It's called Market Research Like a Boss. And that will walk you through how to conduct effective market research. So you can get that down in the description below. You also want to assess the demand for your services. If there's competitiveness, is there profitability, and have you really positioned your offer in such a way that people really want to buy it? So think about that. And I have a video about that I'll link up here called How to Create a Signature Offer That Captures Your Audience. I'll also drop that down below in the description to help you guys out. You could explore the possibility of rebranding your business or pivoting to a new market or a new way that you deliver your services, and that can just change things up just enough to make a really big impact. Consider ways to reduce your operating costs, such as downsizing or renegotiating contracts or cutting out unnecessary expenses. If you believe your business has potential, but you're just lacking that financial support to grow it, you can explore funding opportunities or investment opportunities where people can come in and invest in your business to help you grow. If you do decide to close your business, you want to create a very detailed exit plan. This is basically just going to outline all the steps that it will take for you to wind down your operations, pay off the people that you still have left to pay any other financial obligations that you have, communicate with people in your business, and just let the community know. And that's okay. And if that is what you do, I want you to take care of yourself. Closing a business can be emotionally, mentally, and potentially financially draining as well. So prioritize self-care. Take care of yourself, seek support from friends and family, or even a therapist or coach if you need it. I think part of self-care is doing what we love to do and doing it often. So if you can get in a positive mindset where you're shifting your mind to say positive affirmations or to do things that make you happy, that's going to help you grow regardless of which direction you are choosing with your business. And that's why I actually made my mantra mugs. Today's mantra mug says, "The universe and I co-create the life of my dreams." And I truly believe it. And I made these mantra mugs at a time where, I wanted that self-care. I wanted to sit with my cup of tea and sip it. Delicious. And just feel like a blanket of protection was over me. And that's how I feel with affirmations and tea, and that's how my mantra mugs came about. So if you're interested in a mantra mug for your self-care routine, I'll drop that link down below. So think about these things. Do you have a traffic source? Do you have a viable offer? Do you have valuable content that you're putting out there? And do you have a relationship management strategy? That's important. And if not, you may just need to enhance those systems and you've solved the problem. Hey, before we continue, do me a favor and go ahead and tap that like button right now because it lets me know that you find value in my content. It really makes a huge difference, and then I know to make more of these types of videos for you in the future. Many thanks. I'm grateful for you. All right, let's hop back in. Now let's talk about when it's time to stay. Now, if you've decided to stay and fix the things that aren't working in your business, there are a few steps that you can take. And first is to check in with your family and just communicate what you're doing. You know, they might think you're about to quit or they're not sure, and there's that tension in the house. So just sit everyone down and communicate and say, hey, this is what I'm deciding to do, and this is what it's going to look like. And then you want to start by identifying the issues that are causing the problems in the first place. And in your business, you just need to map that out and kind of be an investigator and figure out what actually isn't working. This might mean looking at your marketing strategy, maybe your financial statements, maybe checking in with your support softwares and seeing if they still need to be there, if they're still needed to run your business. You know, sometimes we sign up for subscriptions for so long ago and we're just paying them and we don't even realize it, and it might be for something we're not really using anymore in our business. You can conduct market research, you can ask questions and get great feedback from your audience, and you can also analyze data. And that's really important, and that's going to help you identify the problem. And then once you've identified the problem, you want to prioritize them based on the impact that they have on your business, the positive or negative impact. So you want to focus on the most critical problems there, and then you'll develop a plan of action to address each of those issues. So you want to be really specific about those steps that you're going to take to fix the problem and the resources that you're going to bring in to help solve that problem. The advice from a business coach can truly be invaluable. For example, I take a look at my clients' businesses from a bird's eye view. So I'm just seeing the whole entire picture. And then I can pinpoint what isn't working or what doesn't connect well, what doesn't make sense here, and just really pull out that critical problem. And that's what we're going to tackle first. And that's what we're going to make strategic action towards so that we can solve it. I also provide valuable insights and accountability and help you develop a more effective short-term and long-term business and marketing plan. So you want to take action on the plan. You want to make sure that you're monitoring your progress, that you're adjusting your approach, that you're really paying attention to what each step of the process is. And then you want to keep track of your progress and measure that success so that you really understand where you go from here. This is what I mean when I say we want to analyze data. See, because when you measure your progress, you'll be able to compare things, which will help you identify what's working, what needs improvement. We got this many clients 1 month, then we got less this month. So now we know that's something we need to fix. And then just understand that fixing your problems in your business, it takes time. It takes effort. You've got to have patience here. So stay committed to your plan, remain focused on your goals, and just stick with your decision and see it all the way through. And because I love action so much, I want to give you a list of some things that you can take away right now and get started on. And the first one is to create a pros and cons list if you haven't already. What are the pros of staying in your business? What are the cons of staying in your business? What are the pros of leaving your business? What are the cons of leaving your business? And then you can just weigh them out and see which side wins. Visualization is a really powerful one. So what I like to do is just to sit inside of my mind, calm everything down, and kind of just visualize who is that person I want to become. Who is that person that has to show up to be a match energetically for what I desire? What is the life that you want? What does that look like? So let's close our eyes and let's think about what it would look like if you had that successful business, if you fixed out all of these little issues and now you're living that life. What does that feel like? Can you see it? Can you smell it? Can you reach for it? Can you taste it? And then also think about closing your business. What does that look like? Is there a freedom in that? Or does that feel like more of a burden? Which way are you feeling into, and who do you have to become to be the type of person that closed down the business? So think into this visualization, because if things changed in your business, what would that mean? What would be possible for you? Or would that only be possible if you let the business go? And then slowly open your eyes. See, and you can tap into that all the time. I love finding my inner true essence and the answers just by closing my eyes and visualizing my future version of myself. Another thing you can do is just ask for feedback from your followers, see what they say, see what they need, see what they're looking for, and see what they would prefer. So if you're still trying to save your business, conducting market research is a really important step. Maybe you just need to change the hours you're spending on your business. Do you have young kids that maybe you'd like to spend more time with? Maybe that is a factor in what is having you teeter on the idea. Or maybe you can just spend 2 months building out something that's going to bring you passive income. And then that way that's bringing the income in and you can spend your day-to-day doing something else. Another action step is just to wait to feel into it. And when you surrender into that feeling, you'll intuitively find the answer eventually. You know, I wanted to quit my business so many times in this last decade, but maybe I slept some more, I was tired that day, or I took a step back from my business, or I solved a problem that I was having by analyzing the data that I was keeping track of, or I built a system out to fix the issue that I had. And you know what? I'm just so glad that I did, because here I am almost a decade later running a team of 23 people, and I've helped thousands of coaches and healers grow their online business. And it just feels like, how did I do all of that? And if I had quit, would I have been able to accomplish all of that? It's because I kept going that I was able to build that momentum and bring more people into my world and help more people and make a bigger impact. And I'm so grateful that I did. So now I want to do a gut check. So basically, I'm going to just ask you a question and I want you to shout out the answer, the first thing that comes to your mind. And wherever you're listening to this, nobody's going to hear you, so it's totally fine. Just as soon as you hear it, shout out your first answer. Don't think about it. Don't overthink about it. Just your first answer, okay? Are we ready? This is a gut check, so we're gonna feel it in our gut. Take a deep breath in and exhale and answer this question. Will you be happiest when you quit your business? What happened? Did you feel really good or did you feel uncomfortable? Which one? I want you to listen to your gut. This is a powerful tool that you have access to all the time and it never lies. Listen to yourself intuitively. How did you feel? That's your initial instinct. What it all comes down to is that you get to decide. Do you see the shirt? You get to decide how you feel, how you do things, how you move through life, whether you build your business, whether you leave your business. And the last action step I have for you is to ask for help. So if you've watched this video and you feel like you know now what you need to do, I recommend you watch this next video called Your Personalized Marketing Strategy, which will help you put your strategy together and formulate a very good plan. And if you're feeling like, I'm still really not sure, then I recommend you dive into my playlist here on mindset so you can get your head back in the game and make a clear decision. Go check them out.